What is going on, guys? It is your boy, the Timecodes Gaming, coming at you again with another video. And today, guys, we're going to be getting into my personal Buggy deck profile and gameplay. And you know I like to shake things up. You know I like to bring some sauce. And I finally gave Buggy a chance, and he finally reinvigorated my love for the game. I've really been enjoying this deck. I've been finding a lot of success, and I just think it is very strong. So we're going to be getting in a bunch of games for you guys today against a bunch of different decks. We got Blackbeard, Bello Betty, Kid, NICO Robin, and maybe Nami. I forget what the last one is, but we have a bunch of games for you guys today. We're going to be going through the matchups, going through the strengths of the deck, the weaknesses, and of course just what my overall opinions are of the deck. And spoiler alert, I think this deck is really fucking strong, very fun to play, and has a very unique playstyle that really no other deck can really match. So really like the Buggy ability, really like the versatility with the deck. You can do a lot of different things with it, and I feel like most of the time I've been seeing people just playing the generic Buggy list, but I think it has so much more potential and a lot, even though it's already like a top 5, there's a gnat flying in my face, even though it's already like a top 5 deck in the format right now, there's so many different cards you can play with this list, and a lot of potential and different things that can be tried out with the Buggy leader. So with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoy the video. Make sure to stick around through whatever games you want to see. I'll leave the timestamps in the video so you can go to games if you want to see the Blackbeard game. The Blackbeard game is like 20 minutes long, so I'll probably put that at like 2x speed. It's an absolute banger. I thought Buggy would struggle a little bit more against Blackbeard, but we'll get into that in the strengths and weaknesses, I guess, and going over the matchups as well. So with that being, and we're going through the card by card, of course. We're also doing a giveaway, guys. I'll put my link to the Instagram in the description below. All you have to do is be subscribed to the channel, follow my Instagram, and you are entered to win a box of whatever the latest set of One Piece is at the time we hit 1,000 subscribers, which I'm going to be trying to post more consistently so that we get there hopefully eventually by the end of the year, hopefully. Yeah, thank you for all the support, guys. Really appreciate it. And with that being said, let's get right into the video. Okay, guys, so getting right into the card by card, starting off with the leader Buggy. If you are unfamiliar with Buggy from OP11, he is a 5-life blue leader. Activate main, you may rest 5 Dawn and discard 1 card from your hand. Play up to 1 character with the cross guild type from your hand. So this can play any cost, this can play any power, as long as it is a cross guild type. So you're going to be able to play your 10-cost Buggies, you're going to be able to play your 8-cost Crocodile and Mihawks. You can play your 6-cost Mihawks for the cost of 5. But what you really want to be targeting here is the 8-cost Crocodile and Mihawk or your 10-cost Buggy. This is going to give you the most bang for your buck. But we'll get into how to play the deck in a little bit. Starting off with the card by card, we're running 3 of the Mr. 3 Galdino, a cross guild type searcher, and for our other searcher we are running 4 of the cross guild. So we're really not going to be bricking very much with this deck. We're running the 2 searchers, and we're also running 3 of the Sanji's Peel-Off to get us off the ground. There is a lot of discard in this deck, so you're going to want to fill up your hand as much as possible, leading to my tech choice of one of my favorite cards in the game. When this card came out, I love playing it in Blue Crocodile along with Red Rock. 10-cost Kaido. So I have not, well, maybe someone out there is playing 10-cost Kaido and Buggy, but to me this screamed like play me in Buggy. You establish your board, you get down low, because when I was playing against Buggy, I'd eventually get to the point where they have 2-3 cards in hand, and then you can finally take out their board. But with 10-cost Kaido, you'll get to that point and your opponent will be like, okay, this is the time. This is my time to clear his board. Like the game's about to turn my way, and then you play 10-cost Kaido and the game is pretty much over. You're able to draw a bunch of 2Ks, you can start countering out, protecting your board, and then you just win from there. So 10-cost Kaido is my tech card of choice, and it's not too big of a problem playing 8-10 drops. 1, because this card is really a 5-drop. 2, because this deck has so many draw discard cards that you're really not going to be able, you're not just going to be having these cards in your hand, you're going to be able to discard them and just filter them out of your hand if you do not need them. With either your 8-cost Crocodile and Mihawk, you have your 6-cost Mihawk, you have the 4-cost Alvida, you have Buggy's effect itself, just a lot of different discard outlets. Buggy, the 4-cost Buggy. So even if you have a bunch of these in hand, you're going to be able to quickly discard them out of your hand if you do not need them for that matchup or for that game, and it's going in a different direction. So 10 cost Kaido, I really like this in the deck, and it is one of my personal favorite cards in the One Piece TCG. So those are our card draws. We have the Searchers, we have the Sanji's Pilaf, and we have the 10 cost Kaido. The rest of the deck is kind of generic. I'd say maybe 3 of Gravity Blade Raging Tigers is a little bit unique, but I play this, it really combats a lot of those green decks, a lot of those aggro decks. And once you establish your board, your opponent starts establishing their board, and this just kind of wipes it off the face of the earth. So I'm not a Gravity Blade Raging Tiger guy. Like, if you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I might prefer 3000 Worlds, but Gravity Blade Raging Tiger works really well with this deck. I really like the card because you're able to establish your board so much faster than your opponent and have so much power on board before your opponent's able to kind of produce anything. Next, getting into the generic stuff. So we're playing 4 of the Alvida. I like this card. You're able to play it off of the Crocodile Mihawk. Draw 2, trash, or draw 3, trash 2. So once again, a lot of draw 3, trash 2s, a lot of draw 2, trash 1. Alvida works really nice with the deck. For 2Ks, running Kabuji, we're running the Moji, and we're running the other Kabuji. So just kind of just 2Ks. Moji can be a blocker that can draw you a card if you're running low on hand size, and Kabuji can be a good attacker that cannot be KO'd if you have a Buggy, and other Kabuji is also a blocker. So pretty nice 2Ks, pretty versatile. Other than that, just 2Ks. We're running 4 of the Buggies. I know this is kind of a controversial card, not a lot of people are running 4 of, but I find that being able to play the Crocodile and Mihawk into the Buggy, into the Mihawk, is just so good. And you're not going negative on cards because you discard 1 for the Buggy effect, you play down Crocodile and Mihawk, you go +1 with Crocodile and Mihawk, so now you're at net 0. Then you go Buggy, -1 with the Buggy, and then you go +1 with the Mihawk. So at the end of the combo, you're at net 0. So I don't find it to be too crippling. Like, your hand size doesn't suffer too much, and I find the combo just very strong. Next, the 6 cost Mihawk, blocker, draw 2, trash 1. Very nice. And 8 cost Mihawk's just insane. Absolutely ridiculous card, and the reason why this deck is so good now. So it's on play, draw 2, trash 1 from your hand, then play up to 1 cross skill type character with a cost of 4 or less from your hand. So this you want to be your Buggy, and then your Buggy you want to go into the Mihawk. And then once per turn, if one of your cross-skilled characters will be removed, you can discard a card. So it's not, you go net 0, you establish 14k power, and you're able to protect your board for 1 card per turn. And really in One Piece, it's hard to have more than 1 removal per turn. Like, it's really difficult. Like in Magic, you can be at 12 mana and have 3 removal spells, and it's not that big of a deal. But being able to negate 1 removal spell a turn for the cost of 1 card is kind of insane, especially having this on board at your 5 Dawn turn. You establish 14k body, go net 0 in cards for doing it, and you're able to protect your board from there. And besides that, I believe that is the card for card. We're not running the 7 cost Buggy that plays a 6 cost out, just because I didn't think we needed it. I know Buggy can struggle a little bit with aggro, but the 3 Gravity Blade Raging Tigers kind of sets that back, which is why I'm not running the 7 cost Buggy. I just kind of found it redundant. Maybe it's wrong, but I found a lot of success with this deck. Really been enjoying it, not playing the 7 cost Buggy. So with that being said, guys, let's get right into the matchups and kind of some tech cards that I'm playing to help with some of those weaker matchups, and why maybe you should consider picking up Buggy yourself. Okay, guys, so getting into Buggy's matchup. Now, the 2 numbers that are jumping out to me and should be jumping out to you are 60% into Blue Purple Luffy. Insane. The best deck in the format, most popular deck in the format by far, and 74% into Betty. An absolute molly-whopping of Bello Betty. And in the game, I played the Bello Betty matchup for the first time today, and I see why this is 74%, especially with the Gravity Blade Raging Tigers in my list. I don't know if other Buggy decks are also running that, but it just absolutely destroys Betty into the floor. Not even close, not even remotely on the same planet as Buggy. You're going to be running over the Bello Betty matchup, and you're going to be having a very positive matchup into Blue Purple Luffy. Some losing matchups. I have not played the Green Purple Luffy matchup just because I haven't seen one. I have not seen one running around, but 27.7% into the Green Purple Luffy. I imagine, I'm trying to think of why that might be. Nothing off the top of my head is jumping out, but to me, like, just thinking about the matchup on paper, I don't see it being that bad. Maybe I'm missing something, but Gravity Blade Raging Tiger might have some trouble hitting the Sanji and Pudding, but Green Purple Luffy plays a lot of 6 cost and lower characters, so I think Gravity Blade Raging Tiger might be able to bump this number up a little bit. Maybe I'll make another video if I play against this deck, but I've played so many games and just haven't seen the Green Purple Luffy running around. I just don't see it being 28%. Buggy players, if you have played this matchup and have any insight, please comment down below. 40% into Black Purple Luffy, I can see that just kind of going over the top, ramping over us, having some really big characters on board. 40%, not the end of the world. Black Purple Luffy isn't too prominent in the meta right now. I thought he was going to be, but he kind of fell off a little bit. 40%, not the worst. 52% to Blackbeard, about even, and you'll see that in the Blackbeard game in today's video. It was just kind of back and forth. We were in control most of the time, but I can definitely see how Blackbeard's ability can negate a lot of what Buggy wants to do and slow us down from establishing our board. 50% to the Mirror, obviously. 40% into the Smoker. I think with my version of the list, this number goes up to maybe 50-50. Raging Tiger, once again, is really good into these matchups, into Green Purple Luffy, and I did play the Smoker matchup very good into Smoker as well. Pretty much all of Smoker's good characters are 5 cost and below, so Raging Tiger is going to be able to clear those boards very nicely. Bonnie, I just imagine it's just her leader ability and her ability to stun a lot of your characters. But once again, Raging Tiger, I think, will bump these numbers up a little bit. Purple Luffy, I'm not sure. Green Yellow Law, I have not played as well. And 70% into Zoro makes sense, kind of the same as Bonnie. You're establishing a lot of big bodies at the same rate that they are, and you're able to clear their board with the Raging Tigers. So I think a lot of reasons to be playing Buggy right now. The 2 big ones, Blue Purple Luffy and Bello Betty, just getting absolutely hosed by the deck. And I think my version of the list will have a lot of better matchups into some of these, such as the Green Purple Luffy, the Smoker, and maybe the Green Yellow Law as well. I imagine Raging Tiger is very good into that as well. So yeah, guys, with that being said, I think that's all I wanted to talk about for the deck list, for the matchups. I think we just have the games left for you. Once again, the timestamps will be in the video, so go to whatever game you want to see. We have some really good ones today, and really shows off how powerful this deck can be. And once again, 10 cost Kaido, one of my favorite cards in the game. Love it. Think it works really well with the deck. And with that being said, hope you guys enjoy, and let's get right into the rest of the games. Okay, guys, getting right into game number 1 here. We're going up against the Bello Betty player, like I talked about in the beginning of the video. So, Bello Betty, this was actually my first time playing the matchup, and I knew Buggy had a good matchup, but I did not know why. So we're going to start off here with the Sanji's Peel Off, a quick 5k swing. He does not trigger anything, luckily. Usually I don't swing on that first turn, but my brain was kind of dead. But he plays down his Bangkok, plays down his Karasu, and swings a 5 at us. And I believe we're going to go ahead and 2k out of this, or we might take it. Do we have any 2ks? Yeah, we do have a 2k in hand, so let's see what we decide to do here. I think giving him the 2k here would probably be the best. Like, against Ivankov, you want to be able to counter out of what you can for 1 card, because usually they're going to be swinging 7s, 8s, and 9s into you with an 8k body. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and counter out of that first 5k swing. We're going to swing a 5k of our own here, and here we do have the combo available. So we're going to play down the Crocodile Mihawk. We're going to discard 2 and then play down our we had a huge we played down the 4 cost Alvida, and we're looking good. We did not get to go into the 4 cost Buggy into the Mihawk, but the Alvida, this is why she's in the deck. You have another playable target off of the Mihawk, and she does bring you +1 for the combo, because she is a draw 3 trash 2, Mihawk is a draw 2 trash 1, and then Buggy's a -1, so you end up going +1 in that interaction. So here he's going to do his Bello Betty stuff. He's going to play down nothing, just discard a card, start swinging 8ks into us with his Karasu. We're going to take a lot of life this turn. Unfortunately, we do not have any 2ks in hand right now. I don't know if I discarded any, but if I did, I'm an idiot. But we don't have any 2ks in hand, but we do have a couple blockers in hand now. We have those Raging Tigers, so we're going to be able to clear his board here regardless of what he does. I did misplay, like, again, I'm misplaying because I haven't played Bello Betty that often here, but he does play down his 3 cost blocker. But we do have the Raging Tiger, and he's going to play down another 2-cost, and then we're just going to Raging Tiger both of his other characters. Like, he could have had a really big turn there if we weren't able to remove those, but the Raging Tiger, and we got a bunch of cards out of his hand by baiting that we didn't have Raging Tiger. And I don't think that many Buggies are running it. I'll have to check after, but yeah, Raging Tiger just completely blows him out here, and we are at 2 life, but we have a couple of counters in hand. We have the 10-cost Kaido coming up, and the turn after this we'll be able to play down our Mihawk. We have another Raging Tiger available, so anything he plays here is just kind of gonna get blasted off the face of the earth. He plays down his Koala, just trying to establish his board, but he has no cards in hand now. He has 2 life. We won't be able to go for game this turn just because we only have 2 characters on board, but he clears our whole board completely fine with us. And now we have 2 Mihawks in hand, so we're going to be able to swing a 5k into this 3-cost here. We're going to use the Buggy ability, discard one of the Kaidos, play down a Mihawk, and then trash one of the Mr. 1s, and then play down a Buggy, and play down another Mihawk. So that is the power of the 4-cost Buggy, even if you're not playing it off of the Crocodile Mihawk effect. Just getting 2 6-cost on board is very nice. A nice 2-cost reduction there. And so yeah, I've established 2 7k blockers in the span with a 9-Dawn turn, so very powerful there. And now here we can just swing a 5. We have another Raging Tiger available, so if he does trigger anything like a blocker, we're able to get that out of the way. Then we swing 9 to go for game, and that is going to be the game against the Bello Betty. Here we're going up against a Limb. I started the recording a little bit late because I didn't think it was going to be a good game, but I decided, you know what, might as well record it if I'm playing. So here going up against a Limb, we're going to swing a 6 into that 3-cost Limb. He's going to go ahead and give us a 2k. Here we're going to go ahead and do full combo. We're going to play down the Mihawk, discard one of the Kaidos, play down the 4-cost Buggy. I'm looking for it there. Use the Buggy ability, discard one of the other Mihawks, draw another, play down the other Mihawk, and then draw 2, trash 1. And now we're looking really nicely here. We're going to be able to pressure his board really hard and not really have to care about his life here. And once you get Limb down to low cards in hand, you're going to be looking really good, especially when you're able to establish these really big bodies so early in the game. So he's going to start off with the 5k swing. We're just going to go ahead and take that. We're not in too much danger here. He has a couple of good swings, but we do have the Mihawk blocker available. We have a lot of good follow-up. He's going to swing another 5k into us. We're just going to give him that 1k Alvita. Then he's going to swing a 6. We block with the Mihawk. Now he's going to play down his own Mihawk, restand his Sabo, and he's going to get to draw another card here. No, he's going to get to draw his first card. He swings a 12 into the Mihawk, completely fine with us. We're just going to go ahead and let that go. And you can see, guys, we do draw the Raging Tiger here. We're going to swing an 8k into the Sabo. Now we're going to swing a 5 into face, and we're going to be able to clear his entire board. And for Limb, that is kind of a death sentence. When they have nothing on board, they really have nothing going on at all. So yeah, we're looking very strong here. We do have the 10-cost Buggy available to clear anything that he might be playing here, like a 9-cost Zoro or a 9-cost, whatever that other Odyssey dude is. So we're looking very strong, and of course we have the 10-cost Kaido. If he doesn't establish very much, he's going to go ahead and choose to clear my Mihawk and Crocodile, and for me that's completely fine. We're sitting at 3 life, we have a bunch of cards in hand, and we're going to go ahead and play down that 10-cost Kaido, and we have 10 cards in hand, maybe? We have so much. We have another 10-cost Kaido if we just want to keep that cycle going. We have a bunch of 2Ks. We have another Raging Tiger. We have a Searcher. We have 10-cost Buggy. So I'm exactly where I want to be right now. Limb cannot deal with the big 10 drop. Like, that is just something not in her toolkit. So here, she's going to go to establish board again. So a bunch of Mihawks, a bunch of Anels, plays down that 9-cost Odyssey character, and just swinging into us again. We have so many cards. We're just going to go ahead and counter out of all of these. And then we're going to swing a 12k into his 9k body there, just trying to clear it. And if he does let us clear it, we're going to go ahead and Raging Tiger the other characters away. But he does choose to counter out, so we're just going to go ahead and Raging Tiger the other 2 anyway. I'm probably going to attack first. So yeah, we swing a 6 into the Nell, just trying to get... Oh, he lets it go. He lets it go. So he probably knew we had another Raging Tiger, just chooses to let it go. But we could have been bluffing there. Like, we gave him 1 Dawn for that, not the end of the world. Here we're going to use the Buggy ability, discard that peel off, play down the 5-cost Buggy, clear the... It's basically a red rock at that point. At this point in the game, it's really just a red rock. So we get another 5k swing in, we clear the 9k character, and once again we're looking pretty strong here. We're still at 3 life. We have another 10-cost Kaido available. We have another Crocodile Mihawk available. So still looking really good for the Buggy game. You can see that Kaido just kind of gave us a different way to play the game, and against these grindier decks, Kaido can really put you over the top. And like a lot of the characters we play 8, 7, 6,000 power, but Kaido really establishes that 12k body and draws you 4 cards, which is pretty fucking nice. So he's gonna swing a 5 into us once again, just countering out. We have that 10 cost Kaido coming up. He's very, very pesky, but here we're going to be able to clear his entire board. We do trigger a peel off there. So now we can swing a 12k into one of the bodies. We have the Raging Tiger for the other 2, and then at this point it's pretty much game. He has 2 cards in hand. He counters out of that swing, but yeah, now we can swing an 8k into the Mihawk, then Raging Tiger the 2 away, and that is going to be game right there. So we're sitting at 7 cards in hand. We have a bunch of cards to play. We have 2 Crocodile Mihawks. We have another 10 cost Kaido. We have a couple of 2ks. We have an Alvida, and it's just not looking very close at this point in the game. Probably one more turn to be able to win, just because he has a blocker here, and we haven't established our board that well, just because we've just been clearing his board every fucking turn. And yeah, we draw another Raging Tiger off the top, and that's going to be the game. So here is the Blackbeard game. This was a 20-minute grind fest. The Blackbeard matchup is about 50-50, and you can see that throughout this game. Like, this is a very, very closely contested game, and it's kind of weird for Blackbeard because they kind of want to be... Like, I would think you want to be black holing on my 5 Dawn turn, on my 7 Dawn turns, instead of my 10 Dawn turns. Like, usually as Blackbeard, you wait for the bigger plays. But for Buggy, that 5 Dawn turn is so critical that to me, as a Blackbeard, I would be black holing on the 5 Dawn turn, making sure I don't establish my Crocodile Mihawk into my Mihawk. So here on the 5 Dawn turn, we do not have the super duper wombo combo here, and he does not black hole us, which is unfortunate. So we're gonna go ahead and use the Buggy ability anyway, just try to find it. So we do establish the Crocodile Mihawk, and our best play here is maybe we have to play a 4 cost so we can play down this Moji. That's about all we can do. We could have played the Searcher there, but probably not worth it. Just establish a little bit of a blocker. And Moji can come up, especially against Blackbeard. Like, they don't want to be having to use KO abilities on a 4 cost blocker that will draw me a card. And Moji's ability, if you are at 3 or less life, you will get to draw a card when it is KO'd. So actually, like, Buggy's 2Ks are really, really nice here. We have the 2 Kabujis. One of the Kabujis can be KO'd if a Buggy is on board. The other Kabuji is a blocker, a 6k blocker, and the Moji is a blocker that can draw you a card. So here, once again, we're going to go ahead and search with our Mr. 3 Galdino, and then we can do the Wombo combo again. He does not black hole us again. So oh my gosh, did I mess up there? I could have used Buggy ability. Yeah, big mistake there. I could have used Buggy ability, establish another Crocodile Mihawk, and play down the Alvida with it. Maybe I just didn't see it. I think that had to be it. Like, there's no other reason I wouldn't have done that. I probably just didn't see it, because yeah, and we could have wombo comboed him again there, established the Crocodile Mihawk, and played the Alvida on the same turn, and that probably would have changed the game drastically, because having another 7k body on board with the 5k Alvida probably would have been game a lot sooner. He's going to swing a 5 into us there with his Kuzan. We're going to go ahead and discard with the Moji. Then we're going to go ahead and discard another 2k to start countering out. 10 cost Kaido is kind of dead in this matchup, just because usually on those 10 down turns, Blackbeard's going to be black holing you. So 10 drop Kaido, not the best, but Blackbeard isn't that prevalent in the meta right now, so it's not the worst time. Like maybe last set when Blackbeard was literally fucking everywhere, 10 cost Kaido would have been kind of irrelevant. But I mean, even if he was irrelevant, like, you can still discard him to Buggy effect. You can discard him even if it's a bad matchup. So that's why I think it's actually a pretty good card to be running right now. It really helps in those longer, grindier matchups that Buggy might struggle in. Yeah, so he's gonna go ahead and black hole my Crocodile Mihawk, which sucks. Like, I could have wombo bombo comboed him, and he wouldn't have been able to do that, and he just kind of would have been dead in the water. But he does establish the Doc Q and the Van Augur here. Once again, still not black holing us, just because he doesn't have any cards in hand. He's going to start taking these 5k swings. So he's going to go down to 2 life. Now he's at 6 cards in hand. He's probably going to start black holing us next turn. We're going to go ahead and discard that 10 drop Kaido, play down the Wombo Bombo combo, play down the Alvida, and discard 2 off of the Alvida effect. Getting rid of the peel off, using our Searcher, finding a Mihawk, And once again, still looking really, really good here. I feel like Buggies, like a lot of the times they don't have a lot of cards in hand. I never really had that problem with this deck. Like we were always sitting pretty healthy on hand size and always felt like we had a pretty good control on the game. He's going to swing a 5k into my Alvida. We're just going to go ahead and give him an Alvida 1k counter just because I know the 10 cost is coming and he's going to be able to kind of negate a lot of what I want to be doing. He is able to clear my other Alvida. So we only have one good attacker right now. Well, our Alvida and my Buggy leader. So what I did not realize, sneak peek, or I probably should have put this in the beginning of the video, but you can play down your 10 cost Buggy as a vanilla body. So you can do that if you've been black hole because it negates Buggy's on play effect. So it's just a 10 cost 12k vanilla, and that is not too bad in my opinion. That is not too bad. So I could have just played that down there. I realized it later in the game. You'll see it in a few minutes here. We're just gonna go ahead and play down the Crocodile Mihawk for its full cost, not having to discard a card, and then play down I played down the wrong Moji and Kabaji. Well, I thought I could play down the 5 cost, but yeah, I'm an idiot. But we do establish the blocker here. And we do still have that Moji available to be able to draw us a card when we need it. He is sitting at 2 life, so getting these last 2 life will be a bit of a pain in the ass. But we're going to do our best here. Once we establish that 10 cost Buggy, we're going to be sitting in a lot better position. If I would have done that turn, I think we have a much better time here. So we had a couple of big misplays here. Like we didn't Wombo Bombo combo him when we could with a second Crocodile Mihawk, and that allowed him to black hole our other Crocodile Mihawk. And let us not establish another 7k body. Sorry, sip of coffee there. But here he's doing his thing. He's swinging at us with his Van Augur. He plays down another Blackbeard. And yeah, he's going to let our 8-cost Crocodile Mihawk not attack. We still do have our Alvida on board. Luckily, we have our other Crocodile Mihawk. So we're not looking too bad. We just have to get these last 2 cards out of his hand. He does only have 3 cards in hand left, so we can just swing 5Ks at him if he decides to take them, or he gives us 1 card. It's a big decision right now, and he only has 2 blockers available, and we have 3 attacks, so he kind of has to decide what he's going to block. So here at this point, I can stop attacking. I can attack with my leader, just see what he does. He should just block with his 12k body here, because we do own. Oh my god, maybe he just wanted to. Well, maybe he just wanted a card. Honestly, like maybe I might have taken that as well, just to get another card in my hand, because he has absolutely fucking nothing. And we can play down our 10 cost Buggy here with our leader effect and leave 5 more Dawn up. So we have 5 Dawn to play with here. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and swing. This is a really bad play. Like you can see, I'm not playing well. Very, very fucking bad play. Maybe just looking for a misplay, but yeah, we're gonna discard the Mihawk, play down our 10 cost Buggy, and be looking pretty solid here. He has 1 life, 2 blockers, Van Augur. He could go for game technically, but not really. Well, he does nullify our Moji there, but we are going to be able to protect it with the Crocodile Mihawk. Maybe we should have done that because it cannot block anymore, and we do have 1 card in hand. So he might have been able to go for game. Like if he swings 7, he swings 7. Yeah, he probably could have gone for game there, and we'd probably just lose because I played like shit. But I think on a normal day when I'm not like brain dead from work, this is a relatively easy win, because he could have just swung 7 with his leader, swung another 9 with his Van Augur, and then swung 12-12, and we lose, right? Because then we go to 2. Yeah, we just lose if he decides to go for game. He probably just didn't see it or wasn't thinking about it. But yeah, maybe you can take this as a win or a loss. I don't really blame the deck for this one, but we do end up getting the win. If we did lose, I wouldn't have blamed the deck. Like watching this back, I played like absolute ass. So I do not blame Buggy and Kaido for this loss. I blame my stupidity and my brain fog from a day of work. So here, just establishing bodies again. We have our 12k Buggy. We play down the Mihawk, and once again, why did I play out the Mihawk so early? I don't know. Maybe I thought I had the draw 2 trash 1, but we are black holed. But just an embarrassing game to be putting on the internet. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry you had to see this. But either way, we're gonna take the game. We're going. Oh, wait. Not taking it yet. Once again, he could probably go for game here. I have 2 cards in hand. Well, I have 2 2Ks, so we'd have to go. No, last turn was his turn. Like, that was his turn. We now have the blocker. We have 2 2Ks, and we're probably going to draw a bunch of 2Ks from our life here. Or at least a little bit of counter. So let's see what he does. He's kind of delaying the inevitable right now. He's going to go ahead and swing a... And now he's in a predicament. Like, he has to try to clear something, but he can't really use his blockers to do that because, you know, if he uses the blockers, then he can't block with them. So he's searching for things. He searches for Lafitte, finds another Lafitte. Probably looking for that Jaguar D Sol. He's playing that blocker. He never established any Burgesses. We didn't see any Gravity Blades. I think I might have discarded one, which was probably a bad move. We're going to take that first 5K swing. He's going to search with his Lafitte again, maybe just looking for 2Ks. But either way, this game's going to be done and busted. He finds another Kuzan. Now with 3, he has 3 down up. So I'm feeling a little weird here. Like, he has 4 cards in hand, and it's not completely over. But we're just going to start off with this 12K swing from the Buggy. He gives us the Marshall D Teach blocker, so that's making me feel pretty good. Now we're going to give him a 9K swing. He gives us 3 cards. Now we're going to Raging Tiger, the Van Augur, and the Lafitte, and now he cannot go for game. He cannot swing with the 10-drop Teach, and yeah, he had that one turn. He had 1 opening. He missed it, and now the game is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, over. Yeah, that's going to be about all she wrote. Finds the Kuzan, establishes another blocker, so that Sol's actually pretty annoying. For vanilla statted body with a counter that can become a blocker is a little bit insane. Just slightly insane, but he swings into our Mihawk. We're just going to counter out of that, and that is going to be the game. He has to block here, then he has to block a 9K swing, and then we're swinging a 9K for a game. Nice, getting into a useless Captain Mid matchup here. We're going to start off with a cross-guild search. We find a Kabaji. We're going to swing a 7K into face, and he's going to go ahead and take that life. So we do have Wombo Bombo combo here. We're going to be able to Mihawk into Buggy into Mihawk, and be looking super, super strong. I don't imagine Kid likes this matchup very much just because he can't remove our stuff. We're going to be able to clear a lot of his board with the Raging Tiger. If it does go long, we have 10 cost Kaidos, and we're going to be swinging a bunch of 7Ks into him. So starting off with this 5K swing, let's see if he just uses the Basil Hawkins blocker, trashes one of our life. Not a bad use of it at all. We're just going to discard one of those 4-cost Buggies, play down our Crocodile Mihawk, draw 2, trash 1. We decide to trash the 10-cost Buggy, play down the 4-cost Buggy, get rid of one of the 2Ks, play down the Crocodile Mihawk, the Mihawk, and now we've established our 7K bodies, gone net 0, and we have a lot of good follow-ups for next turn. We have Wombo Bombo combo. Again, if we do find another 4-cost Buggy, we have the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger. So he's just going to swing a 9K into us. We're going to take that 99 million% of the time. Going into our 7-down turn, we do not find the Wombo Combo Bombo. So the only thing we can play off of another Crocodile Mihawk is the Kabaji. So we're going to swing a 7K here with our Crocodile Mihawk. We can put a lot of pressure on him this turn. He does trigger the Bage, which kind of blows. But we are just going to use this Dracula Mihawk as a 7K beat stick and just start swinging at his face with it, because there's no reason to... Yeah, there's no really reason to leave it up right now. Like, if he wants to swing a big number into it, he can. But we'll just counter out of it if he does. He does trigger the Okiku there, which is kind of fucking lame. But we do play down the Crocodile Mihawk. We're just going to go ahead and discard one of the... Maybe a 10-cost Buggy or 10-cost Kaido. We play down the Mr. 1 Galdino. Yeah, not the best plays there, but it is what it is. I probably could have played down the Kabaji. I think that was a misclick, because I think I should have played down the Kabaji. But he does swing a 10K into the Mihawk, and I think we just let this go. Like, we could have saved it, but I don't think it was worth it. Like, we could have put a bunch of pressure on him, but this turn we really just want to be playing down the Gravity Blade Raging Tiger, and we do end up saving our other Crocodile Mihawk. Now on our 9-down turn, we can clear his entire board, so we can go 5K. Then we can go 7-7, get a bunch of cards out of his hand. Yeah, there's 2 more cards. And let's see if we get 2 more. Yeah, he just takes that last life. He goes to 1. We can Raging Tiger those last 2 cards. And now we are sitting very, very pretty. We also could have swung a bigger number with our leader, so we could have swung a 7. He plays down his 8-cost Kid here. Then he's going to swing a 6 or 7k into us. Okay, so he swings a 6 into us. He plays down his Scratch Poo blocker. He establishes his Kid blocker. And now on our 10 down turn, we can play the 10 cost Kaido. I'm just worried. We don't have a blocker on board. If we did have a blocker on board, we would have gone for it. But we do not. So here, we're just going to go ahead and leave him be. We're going to go ahead and discard one of the 10 cost Kaidos, play down the Crocodile and Mihawk. And we can play down Emoji here. So we establish our 2 blockers. Next turn would be really, really nice to play down our 10 cost Kaido. I don't think it will be necessary, just because we can probably go for game after this. Like he won't be able to establish his 8 cost Kid as a blocker, and he has Scratch Poo as his only one, and then he just forfeits the game. That's going to be all she wrote, boys. So getting a nice win into the yellow Kid there. And lastly, I think this is the last game, we have NICO Robin. NICO Robin, always a little bit dangerous. I don't like playing against it. Banishing all of my life does not feel fun. But we're going to give it a whirl. So he's going to swing a 5k into us banish. He does establish his Brûlée, so he's going to be able to be ramping pretty quickly there. We're just going to go ahead and take that first life. We're going to swing a 5k. He's going to go ahead and block with his Brûlée, ramp a Dawn, and now we can do Wombo Bombo. It looks like we have Wombo Bombo. Yeah, so we have Wombo Bombo. We're going to play down the Mihawk, play down the Alvida. Oh no, we did not have Wombo Bombo. We didn't have 6 cost Mihawk. So we just discard the other 4 cost Buggy, play down the Alvida. And I really do like Alvida in this deck. I think it works really, really nicely as just an alternate Crocodile Mihawk target. And I never feel bad playing down the Alvida just because it's draw 3, trash 2. Filters your hand really nicely, gets you +1. Yeah, so he plays down the NICO Robin, trashes one of our life. Then he swings a 7k banish into us. We're just going to go ahead and take it. I really don't care. We're going to swing a 5 with the Alvida. Do we have Wombo Bombo? It looks like we have another Wombo Bombo coming up. So we play down. Oh, hold up. Why is hold up. Sorry guys. Sorry. Okay, we're back. Okay. So we do have Wombo Bombo. We search out the Mihawk with the Mr. 1 Galdino, and we're going to go ahead and play Wombo Bombo, play down the 4 cost Buggy. 4 cost Buggy into the 6 cost Mihawk, and now pretty much, I mean, he's going into his 10 Dawn turn, but do I really care? Not really. Like, NICO Robin, you need to have that turn to establish your 10 cost Charlotte, Linlin, and Kaido, and they just don't have that. They don't have that comfort this time, and maybe they just don't have it in hand. We're going to be able to protect our board here. Now we have 5 good swings here, so we swing a 5k with our Alvida. He does trigger something, so draw 3, trash 2, trigger from the life. We're going to swing a 7k into face. Yeah, well, he's just kind of cooked here unless he triggers a blocker or something. 5k into life, and then he takes that, swing another 7, takes that, triggers another draw 3, trash 2, and that is going to be the end of the game. So super, super fast game there. Just establish all of our bodies and then call it a day. But yeah, it really shows off the power of, if you're able to Dumbo Wombo Bombo combo on him, it's likely GG's, and that's going to be the end of the video, boys. Let's get into the post game. Alrighty, guys. You've made it to the end of this video. You are a real legend. It's probably one of my longest videos in a while. I usually don't post this many games, just because, like, the only reason I don't is because the YouTube algorithm kind of sucks. And if you post a long video, then it measures, so it's going to decide how many people to show it to based on the percentage of watch time of your video. So if I post a 30-minute video and someone watches it for 5 minutes, then they're going to think, oh, this video fucking sucks. And maybe it does. Maybe that's fair. But if I post a 10-minute video and people watch it for 5 minutes, and it's the same video, but now I just have more games in the video, like it just extends the video, same kind of content, then they're going to think, oh, this is a 50, the people watch this video for 50% of its entirety. This is a really good video. I'm going to show it to everyone. I'm going to push it. I'm going to get it out there. So that's kind of why I don't do that. Maybe it works for other people, but for me, like, whenever I notice, whenever I post a long video, it usually doesn't do as well, just because of that percentage of watch time that YouTube really measures and kind of uses it to calculate if your video is good or not. But today I just said fuck it. I don't give a fuck. I enjoyed these games a lot with Buggy, so I hope you guys enjoyed watching as well. Give the list a try. I think the list is actually pretty badass. I probably had the most success I've had in OP11 so far was with this deck. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Thought it was really fun. Hope you guys enjoyed too. It is currently Wednesday. Yeah, hump day, boys. Let's get through it. Hope you all have a good week. Just sipping the coffee here. Because this video is really long, I can put a nice rant at this end of this video, and nobody can. I mean, it's not going to do anything to the video's performance. I don't really care. Let's see what's been going on lately. I went to Houston like a week ago, which is kind of why I had my big break. I went to go visit some family. Went to go visit some family. Had a great time. Back in Canada now, kind of chilling. Going to see the Fray this weekend. The Fray, yeah. The Fray is playing at a random festival, and yeah, I'm gonna go check it out. I've always been like somewhat of a Fray fan. My brother was a huge Fray fan back in the day, and it kind of rubbed off on me. But the Fray doesn't have their lead singer anymore, so I don't know how good it's going to be. But either way, I'll have a couple drinks, go watch the Fray. I started volunteering at a dog shelter. You would not believe the amount of dogs at the dog shelters. Like, well, when I signed up, I thought it was going to be, like 10, 15 dogs. Like, not that big of a setup, especially because I'm not in that big of a town. But there are so many dogs there, so I'm excited to keep going to that. A lot of dog walking, a lot of interacting with dogs, and they're all very sweet. So if you ever need a dog, I recommend going to a shelter because there are so many good dogs there. Very cute, very nice, very pretty dogs. Anyway, that's about all I got. If you made it to the end of the video, make sure to comment Doge, Doge, at the end of the video so I know that you made it here. You are a legend if you did. Taco, if you made it here, you are the GOAT. Anyway, that's going to be about it, brothers. Hope you have a good week, and I'll see you.